Hey guys, it's NT Etuk, founder and CEO of FitGrid again. And today I'm going to talk to you about setting goals and motivating your teams, especially using the data diagnostic tool that FitGrid provides to you. Look, team motivation is all about a couple of things. Number one, inspiration. So the inspiration that you give to them that we're fighting for something bigger or something more. This is what we want to go after. But it's also about being clear and setting realistic expectations. If you say, I want us to make $1 million this month, but you made $5,000 last month, that's unrealistic and can be demotivating. So it's all about setting realistic expectations, stretch expectations that your guys can go after and achieve. But that means understanding where you sit right now. So I'm going to give you an example. Data Diagnostic is replete with examples and metrics that you can use to motivate your team. But I'll give you one example, and hopefully that'll be helpful, and you can take that and go on and set goals for your teams as you move forward. So let's look at the data diagnostic. This is a data diagnostic homepage. Again, the way that you get here is you have the homepage of FitGrid that you come in on normally, and then click on data diagnostic. You get into this data diagnostic homepage. I'm going to use lead conversion as the way that we set a goal and hopefully blow that out. So if I click on the lead section over here and I click on lead conversion rate, then you'll see this graph over time. The green graph represents the lead conversion rate of this studio, and the gray graph is the lead conversion rate of the average in the modality. And in fact, you can see here the studio's lead conversion rate versus the average in the modality versus the top 10% in the modality. Now, there are a number of different ways that you can think about motivating your team for this. As I look at this, I could say, number one, I always want to be in the top 10%. It's in my modality, therefore I know it's possible. So I'm going to set that as the goal for my team to go after. We're just going to come up with processes. We go in, we test those processes, and we track how well we're doing until we get to the point that we're in the top 10% in the modality. If I'm not at the average, then maybe I set the average and I just go step by step, 10%, 10% increase, 10% increase each month. And we try different things until we get there. The other thing that you can do is look over at the graph over here. You know that this is the average in modality. And in this particular case, you've seen that there's a decrease to below the average for your studio's lead conversion rate over time. So maybe what you're trying to do is get back to where that average is, or just increase by 5%. Whatever it is, the point is that with the information that you have in front of you, you know that it's possible. You know that it's possible in the modality. And in fact, as we roll out the next sections or the next parts of data diagnostic, if you're part of data diagnostic elite, then you'll be able to see in your modality and in your geography so that you know that it's possible with the studios that are around you, that they are in fact achieving those levels as well. So set those things as goals. And then the key part of this is when you go into the next month or whatever you're going to do, write down what your process was before, write down what your process is going to be, let's say for lead conversion in this next time period, track it, and then compare to the past. And if you see a 3% or if you see an increase, you say, okay, that's great. Then you go to the next month, you say, we're going to try something else that's additional on top, and you keep tracking, keep tracking, keep tracking. You have to be patient with this stuff, but that is how you can set goals that your team feels are realistic, that can motivate them to do better. And if you keep tracking, you will get there. That's our pro tip for today. We'll see you next time.